That kind of sucks. I was in the middle of making a video and my phone died. It unplugged on me. Anyway, I got this four-wheeler for 60 bucks from my dad's friend's daughter. She sold it to me. She kept hassling, here, have it for free, have it for free. I said, no, I'm not I'm not just gonna take it from you. So I gave her 60 bucks for it. I bought this not running because they had it up to the handlebars in water, and it stopped running in water. They drug it out, they put it in a barn, and it sat for months and months, and a carpenter bee's nest got in the airbox, and the engine seized tight. It only shifts into like 1 or 2 gears, which kind of sucks, so I got to take that apart to see what's wrong there. I took the airbox off, I cleaned that all out. The bees were buzzing all over the place. Those things are like the size of like a $50. Those things are huge. There was bees nests in there, and I put oil in the engine earlier today, and I decided that I wasn't going to do that. I had a couple other ideas. I tried taking as much oil out as possible. I left some in so it was more lubrication, and I put some PB Blaster in there, and I sprayed a lot of it in there. Hopefully by tomorrow it might have done something rather than nothing. But this thing needs a lot. I mean, the plug's nasty. If I can show you, the bearings and the tires are all loose. I mean, you shake the front tire, or you shake the steering wheel, or the steering wheel handlebars, and it actually just shakes the whole tire. The spark plug is completely nasty. It's got rust on it and just completely gross. But it's got electric start, it's got a kickstart. The kickstart, I could stand on the Kickstarter. And that's just an example. If I turn the key on and I hit the start button, the solenoid clicks back there. So I got a little bit of work on my hands. This should keep me busy for a while. It had plastic and seats, and the seat and the racks, the other racks over there. So I mean, I got a lot to keep me busy for a while. I have not found out what model this is yet, or what year it is yet. I have a pretty good estimate. It's late 80s model, and that I think it's a 350. I mean, that's a pretty big size engine. Someone tried telling me it was a 250, but I told them I don't think it is. I think it's a 350. I think it's way too small, or way too big to be a 250. I mean, it's got 4 gears, but it only shifts into like 1 or 2, and then like neutral. It's got 4 gears and neutral and reverse, the reverse is kind of cool. I never thought this thing had it, and I rode this four-wheeler before when it was running. It needs a lot of work. It is what it is, but I'm actually kind of happy I got it. So if I get it running, the people they're gonna be excited to hear, here I actually got it running and driving and working again after they completely buried it underwater. The carpenter bee's nest was insane. The thing was huge. The whole airbox, that's a pretty good sized depth airbox, and it was completely full of carpenter bees in their nest. I figured it's got a winch on it too, which is kind of cool. So if I ever need to, if I get stuck or something, if I ever get this thing going, I can use the winch. Or even if I don't make my money back on this, I could sell the winch and get, probably 50, 60 bucks. The wheels, the rims and tires are probably worth that alone. So I started tearing into it. I tore the very first thing I did was I ripped the plastic, or I took the the plastic and racks off of it. I checked the rear end. The rear end was full of water, which didn't surprise me. I took the engine oil out, which there was, surprisingly, it's not milk at all. There was no water in the engine oil at all, which actually really surprised me. So it's kind of getting skeptical. Why, I think it probably seized from the top, if anything, because it would have got through the snorkel, through the airbox, into the intake, through the carburetor, if anything, and went into the engine. And that's the only way I could see it got seized. So hopefully, you guys will see more videos on this.